Growing up, I was surrounded by my mother's extensive record collection, and Joni Mitchell was a constant presence. To be honest, though, I never paid much attention to her. It was my mum's music, her generation, and we had our own heroes and musical path to follow, different beats and new technology. But then I stumbled upon the album The Hissing of Summer Lawns, and everything changed. The ethereal quality of the music, the poetic lyrics. It was as if I was hearing Joni for the first time, but more than that, I was hearing someone older and wiser talking to me, but not as someone from a past generation. I was hearing genius in its purest form that transcended time. I was listening to an ancient muse, could be Egyptian or Roman, a woman singing in a man's world and showing them how it's done. I was hearing a force of primeval nature in Joni Mitchell's voice. My mum had left town on vacation and asked me to come home and dog-sit her canine baby, a Labrador with the name Sugar. It was for a week, and she had left food and wine in the fridge plus $300. All I had to do was take Sugar around the lake twice a day. Sure thing, I said. I needed both money and a refuge. One evening I went through her extensive vinyl collection, which she had arranged alphabetically. This was old people's music, the soundtrack of her generation, not mine. The type of music I heard on terraces while people drink wine and moaned about their generational concerns. I didn't really like a lot of her music, nor did I dislike it. Her type of music was just there, like trees in a park, almost a backdrop to nature, background music to her past that I could not relate to. After I left home, I didn't listen to that type of music. I had my own life, my problems, as I made my way into the world, and there I was back home, though not really my home anymore. The J section of her record collection had Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, and Joni Mitchell. My mum had played Joni Mitchell's Blue to the point where the vinyl grooves were worn out. I kind of appreciated the Blue record, but it had also irritated me intensely for reasons which I did not understand, and were probably hormonal at that age, as well as a rejection of my mum's values. I couldn't get into that hippy-dippy stuff. With all their delusions, they had changed the world when it seemed to me they had plundered it and stripped it bare. We had our own generational heroes. However, I liked the cover art of the records back then. It was like the cover told a story of what to expect, with stuff to read on the back, liner notes they called it, and I appreciated the detail, who did what, who engineered the record and all of that. There was one cover I did not recognize, Joni Mitchell's The Hissing of Summer Lawns. Slightly bored at 6 in the evening, I set the vinyl spinning, and as the needle dropped, I sat and looked out of the window onto the lake, immersed in my concerns about life and work and all the rest of that stuff. Then, Edith and the Kingpin began to play.
The big man arrives, disco dancers greet him, plainclothes cops greet him, small town big man, fresh lipstick glistening, sophomore jive from victims of typewriters. The band sounds like typewriters. The big man, he's not listening.
The haunting melody grabbed me, drew me in, demanding attention, but it was the lyrics that left me mesmerized. The song told a tale of power dynamics, complex relationships, and the allure of the forbidden. The characters were painted with such vivid imagery that it was impossible not to get lost in their world. In my mind, I was watching a scene out of Narcos full of tension and drama. The man is a boss, flashing diamonds, surrounded by lackeys and victims. Edith, perhaps a secretary, is chosen by the Kingpin, and she is drawn into his orbit, seemingly just another woman in his bed. But he is tired of that life, his taking and not giving, whereas Edith is blinded by the power he exudes. She could be just another of his victims, used and discarded to grow old too soon. And yet, between them, there is something stronger than lust or power, something elemental that they both recognize in each other's eyes. The power dynamics in Edith and the Kingpin rang loud and clear. Edith, seemingly vulnerable, holds her own against the Kingpin's influence. There's a sense of both attraction and resistance, creating a captivating dynamic between male and female power. I, the listener, was a voyeur into this intricate interplay of power and submission. And then, there's the last line. Edith and the Kingpin, each with charm to sway, are staring eye to eye. They dare not look away. Truly magnificent. They gaze into each other's soul. She knows his crimes remain, and they will have to deal with that. But for the moment, they dare not look away. Edith and the Kingpin marked a pivotal moment for me in appreciating not only Joni Mitchell's artistry, but in opening up a world of art that went beyond my generation. It was like I became an adult, a person of the world, not limited by the social conditioning of my immediate environment. I was mesmerized by the possibilities of that world with all of its dangers, and I too dared not look away. Whatever was out there, I was ready for it.
Does that hand desire that he grips it so tight? Edith in the ring, the passed over girls are conferring. The man with the diamond ring is purring. Our claws for now withdrawn. One by one they bring his renegade stories to her, his crimes and his glories to her. In challenge they look on. Women he
I'm not saying that Edith and the Kingpin transformed my life, but I have a great memory of that week at my mum's house by the lake, taking Sugar for his morning and evening walk, listening to Joni on my headphones, and exploring her other work, Court and Spark, Don Juan's Reckless Daughter and Hejira, Days of Sunshine and Late Sunset. And from there I came across George Michael's cover version, later the one by Herbie Hancock with Tina Turner singing. I went on a journey of musical exploration that went far beyond the confines of contemporary music. Maybe the song is about Edith Piaf and her lover, a Vancouver mobster. I don't know. So much great art is ambiguous in meaning, and Edith and the Kingpin is great art. I just know what the song meant for me. When I went back to college, I was a changed person in a way I couldn't explain. And I know that change began when I heard that song. Small moments become big. Notes become melodies, and melodies become themes and symphonies. Her words became a poem of experience that layered meaning on an otherwise meaningless existence, and I dared not look away, such was the magnetic attraction. Thank you, Joni.
away. You know they dare not look away.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would love to hear your thoughts, or if you have a first-time experience that you would like to share, let us know and we can incorporate this in a future YouTube video on this channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time, sayonara.